welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, what's going on in the United States, what's going on in Washington, D.C., money, investing, and the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which will be the largest stimulus package yet to date, almost twice the size of the $1.9 trillion third stimulus check package. We're going to be talking about that as well as what's going on in the United States today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below, and let's jump right in. Yet again, we find another new report that the economy is not recovering better than expected. As you can see here, employers created far fewer jobs than expected in August, as the economic recovery is just really faltering along and not recovering better than expected. Month after month after month, this economic recovery is just really doing worse than expected. The number of new jobs the U.S. employers added in August outpaced the previous month, but fell below industry estimates, according to a report released on Wednesday by payroll services firm ADP. The report found from July to August, U.S. companies added a total of 374,000 jobs for the entire country. That included 86,000 additional workers at small businesses and roughly 149,000 mid-sized companies. Remember, this is for the entire country. That is 330 million people. So we only added 374,000 jobs for the entire country, which is 330 million people. Yeah. This falls well below the 600,000 previously estimated by the Dow Jones. When you factor this in, that last week there was a seasonally adjusted initial claims of 353,000 people last week alone, with the week ending August 21st, that filed for unemployment for the first time ever. It seems like there's no new jobs being created at all. 353,000 people last week alone filed for unemployment in just 1 week. So think about the numbers here. 353,000 people, as you can see here on the screen. I'll zoom this in a little bit for you. 353,000 people for 1 week alone filed for unemployment just last week in August 21st. Yet for the entire month of July, U.S. companies only added a total of 374,000 jobs. Yet every week, 350,000 new people are filing for unemployment. Yeah, seems like we take one step forward and two steps back. This is the current state of our economy. Add in the fact that half of the states already, the Republican-run governor states, have ended unemployment benefits, and all of the states are going to be ending unemployment benefits in just a few days on September 6th. The $300 per week unemployment bonus ends on September 6th for all states, as that is the official end date. And Democrats in Congress are trying to figure out if they're going to be extending this. In addition to this, not only will this affect millions and millions of Americans losing the $300 per week unemployment benefit, but also losing unemployment benefits in their entirety if they're over the 26-week normal unemployment benefits, because the extra weeks of unemployment benefits will be ending. But the Supreme Court has also overridden President Biden's eviction moratorium with the 6-3 ruling, which will potentially be throwing over 10 million people out of their homes. This has already been decided. This is the second time the Supreme Court has ruled that President Biden cannot extend the eviction moratorium. The Supreme Court has said if they want to extend the eviction moratorium again, that Congress needs to do it. And Congress is now trying to decide how they can do it. Congress is also trying to decide if they can extend the unemployment benefits, which Republicans are pretty much against. The problem is that the Democrats, to extend the eviction moratorium or the unemployment benefits, they need every single Democrat, all 50 Democrats in the Senate, and all 99% of the Democrats in the House to agree on this. This is hard because, well, some of the moderate Democrats, Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema in the Senate, you know their theme song, right? Dun dun dun. And the moderate Democrats in the House, maybe their theme song is dun dun dun. Some of them really don't agree with this, and that's the hard part right now, is that if you don't get every single Democrat basically in the Senate and 99% of them in the House to agree with this, well, then they can't include that in this next stimulus package. And on top of that, we also have this. You could see this headline here. Bernie Sanders says, not this time. Bernie Sanders, who is considered the person in charge of this $3.5 trillion stimulus package, Bernie Sanders blasts lobbyist plans targeting the Democrats' spending bill, the next stimulus package. See, the thing is that there's actually thousands of lobbyists that are trying to dissect this next stimulus package, basically saying they don't want them to raise taxes on corporations. They don't want them to do several different things on how they're going to pay for this next stimulus package. They don't want them to raise taxes on corporations. They don't want them to do several different things in this next stimulus package on how they're going to pay for it. Remember, this next stimulus package and this next physical infrastructure package, which is being passed or has been passed by the Senate at least, still has to be passed by the House. These two next packages are different in the fact that the first two stimulus check packages passed by former President Trump and the third stimulus check package passed by current President Biden, those three stimulus check packages, basically nobody paid for them because remember, the government already runs a deficit pretty much every single year. So because all the money is already spent every year and they spend more than they take in, all that money basically was just put on the national deficit because all the taxpayer money is already spent. So they already spend more than they take in. So all that money was basically put on the national deficit. But these next two packages are going to be almost entirely paid for. They're saying close to 100% because they're going to raise taxes on corporations. They're going to raise taxes on the wealthy, people making over $400,000, people making over $1 million, people making over 100 million, and billionaires. They're going to have several different taxes on several different groups of people and corporations, minimum tax rate on corporations, several different tax raises on several different groups of people, and several different creative different tax hikes, I should say. As well as several different creative tax strategies, like they're going to force pharmaceutical companies to lower prescription prices on Americans and the government. That's going to save the government hundreds of billions of dollars. They're going to use that tax savings. So, for example, if the government can save $600 billion a year, they're going to take that tax savings and use it to help pay for this package. Okay. Again, that's kind of a way to help pay for this package. But check this out. Senate Budget Chairman, Senator Bernie Sanders, independent from Vermont. He calls himself an independent, but we all kind of really know he's basically a Democrat. He ran for the president on the Democratic Party, and he 99.9% of the time votes with the Democrats. He calls himself an independent, but realistically, he ran for presidency from the Democratic side. He votes with the Democrats. Whether you call him an independent or Democrat, it's neither here nor there. He took aim at business lobbyists targeting a $3.5 trillion stimulus package being drafted by the Democrats that would raise taxes on the wealthy to help cover costs for funding boosts in areas related to climate change, education, and other party-backed priorities. Senator Bernie Sanders says this is what oligarchy and a corrupt political system are all about. The rich and large corporations get richer, and their lobbyists do everything possible to protect their wealth and greed. Not this time. We must pass a reconciliation bill that works for all, not just the few. He highlights a post here that says corporate America launches massive lobbying blitz to key parts of the Democrats' $3.5 trillion economic plan. He also goes on to say, remember, some of the same people who tell us we can't afford to make community college free or provide paid family leave all support massive tax breaks for the wealthy and big corporations. Bernie Sanders was responding to a recent post from the Washington Post detailing plans by business groups like the Business Roundtable, National Associations of Manufacturing, and several different corporations to campaign against proposed tax hikes in the spending package and other components. To offset the spending or to pay for the stimulus package, Democrats say they plan to raise taxes on wealthy Americans and corporations. The spending plan has garnered significant backing from Bernie Sanders and other progressives through the price tag, and proposed tax hikes have raised concerns among moderate Democrats. So, what's interesting is these lobbyists that are paid for by the corporations that have billions and billions of dollars, they're actually not going after Senator Bernie Sanders because, well, they know they have no chance of changing Bernie Sanders' mind, Elizabeth Warren's mind, even Nancy Pelosi's mind, or Senate Majority Chuck Schumer's mind. Do you know who they're going after, these lobbyists? They're going after Senator Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema and the moderate Democrats because they know they have a chance at changing their mind and possibly greasing their palms. Money or the political system, money talks, right? They have a chance to sway their vote, right? Fortunately, this is how our political system works. So the lobbyists, and there's thousands of them. There's thousands of them, right? Big political and big political lobbyists and big corporations are there lobbying against these big corporate raises. Okay, here's the problem, right? Somebody has to pay taxes, right? There was a new report out that said 61% of households owed no federal income taxes last year. Okay. Now, what this means is that if you were working and you paid some federal income taxes after the stimulus checks and after tax refunds and after standard deductions and stuff like that, and after you got your refunds and your stimulus checks, maybe unemployment and stuff like that, you actually ended up getting your refunds back. You actually ended up owing no taxes or actually got money back. Okay. And this year, now that there's child tax credits in there, the third stimulus check, maybe even more coming with this next stimulus package, this could be 61% or more. Okay. But so 61% based on last year of households, basically the lower 61% of households ended up paying no federal income tax. Now, this is not Social Security taxes. This is not sales taxes. This is based on a federal analysis, okay? And corporations get away with this as well. Of course, the age-old thing that I use on this channel is Amazon paid, as you can see here, no federal taxes on $11.2 billion in profits in 1 year. And in fact, from 2009, I'll zoom out here a little bit so you can see this graph here. From 2009 to 2018, Amazon paid an effective federal tax rate of 3% on $26.5 billion. Yeah, 3% over the course of like 10 years there. Yeah. So when you pay a corporation, and this is just, it's legal. It's just the way the tax loopholes are, the way the tax system is. In 1 year, they paid no federal taxes on $11.2 billion. Okay. These are just examples, right? Okay. So last year, because of all the stimulus, 61% of households paid no federal taxes. Corporations get away with paying no federal taxes. Somebody's got to pay taxes. Okay. Now, the Democrats are focusing on corporations like this and the wealthy of people making over $400,000, people making over $1 million, and billionaires. That is where they want to raise taxes, okay? Now, the problem is that the corporations are going to try their hardest to not pay taxes. But somebody's got to pay taxes. If nobody's paying taxes, where's the money going to come from? Somebody's got to pay taxes. And the Democrats are focusing on corporations and the wealthy. People making over $400,000 is where the Democrats want to focus on people paying taxes. Somebody's got to pay taxes, right? If nobody pays taxes, we're going to have a defunct system, right? I don't know. Now, where it hits people really hard is the people that make a lot of money and aren't like corporations with all these loopholes. They actually get hit really hard because they pay the top tax bracket. You can see here the top federal tax bracket is 37% taxes. And then you have state taxes on top of that. It's maybe 5%. The top state tax bracket in California is actually 13%. So if you were in California and a 13% on top of the 37%, you're already at 15%. You couple that with Social Security taxes of 7.65%, and now you are at like what, 57%. And then you have other taxes like property taxes, sales taxes, and some people can literally be paying over 60% taxes. So it's weird that some people are literally, the government is taking more money than they make in taxes percentage wise, and some people are paying 0%. Some corporations are paying 0%. So it's kind of a very weird tax system. It really is. But nonetheless, taxes have to come from somewhere. So the Democrats are focusing right now on people that make over $400,000 are going to get tax raises. People that make over $1 million are going to get tax raises. And they're going to really focus on corporations that pay no taxes. And they're going to probably implement a minimum tax rate on corporations that pay no taxes. They're going to probably put a minimum tax rate in there to help pay for this next stimulus package. The problem is that with this Delta variant raging on, over 150,000 new cases per day, unemployment ending, people scared to go back to work, some people at least, unemployment ending, the eviction moratorium ending, rental assistance hard to get out, people need more stimulus, right? And there is going to be a lot of help in this next package. We don't know exactly what, if there's going to be a forced stimulus check in there, adult tax credits, child tax credits, more rent assistance, SNAP assistance. There is going to be help. We're not exactly sure what is going to be in there, but it is needed urgently. And this next stimulus package well, they're saying that they want to pay for it and not just put it on the national deficit. So the good news is that the stimulus package is going to be the largest stimulus package yet to date at around $3.5 trillion. Could be negotiated up or down, but we really need to hope that these lobbyists don't sway the people like Senator Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema and end up in the deal or anything like that. I don't think the deal is going to get in its entirety, but it could sway them. They could have these lobbyists in their ear making the deal harder, or making Joe Manchin or Kirsten Sinema say, well, I don't know about this and I don't know about that, and having some details maybe pulled out of the bill. I do think that the Democrats would be smart, especially with the next midterm coming up in 2022. The Democrats really want to hold control of the House and Senate. Of course, Republicans want to steal back the House and Senate. I think the Democrats would be, the smartest move they could do would be to include a nice big fourth stimulus check on top of all the other stimulus items in there. I think that a stimulus check is the easiest way to provide support for everybody in there. People being evicted right now, people losing their unemployment benefits right now, people hurting right now. If you haven't watched my new video on new data that just came out about Social Security, pretty interesting stuff there as well. But I'll keep you up to date with everything coming out about our economy, what's going on in the United States, as well as this next stimulus package. So make sure to subscribe down below. New videos. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video. in the next video.